Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team.
And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and I am here with my boy, Matty B. What's going on, baby?
Not much, man. How's everybody doing tonight, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. I'm trying to stay nice and cool, just like you. Got the fans blowing, got everything going. I'll be like, it is a hot one out here. Yo.
AC went to my house last night, dude, and I'm like, I am dying in my house right now, man. I'm like, Friday can't come any sooner.
I got you. Yo, today we're going to talk Raiders wide receiver room. And how do you feel about it? Do you feel secure? Do you feel like, hey, we're there? Like, let me know. Right now, as we know, Dante Thornton Jr. is actually running with the ones. He's running as one of the outside wide receivers at practice. Trey is running at the number 2. Jacobi Mayers is running in the slot. We got Tommy Mellett, Alex Backman, Colin Johnson, Kyle Phillips, Shedrick Jackson. And then we have the rookie that has still not signed his contract, Jack Pesh. You know, this is not including the tight end room, which I really do feel the Raiders have one of the best tight end rooms probably in the whole NFL. But we're talking specifically wide receiver. So, Matty B, fill me in. What do you think, brother?
Man, I like what we got. I like guys that we picked up in the draft. Dante Thornton, he's looking really good from what I've been hearing. You know, like you said, he's been running with the ones. So, I mean, that says something. Only thing there is, you know, it's going to be he plays the same position as Trey Tucker. So, you know, it's going to be one or the other. And I know a lot of Raider fans love Trey Tucker. You know, they're excited for him. They want to see a breakout year with this guy. But, you know, Dante Thornton's almost the same kind of guy, man. You know, quick speed, inside slot, you know, that's where he's good at. And it's going to be a tough battle for that one. But I think both those dudes are going to have a good opportunity apiece, and they're going to do pretty good there. Jack Pesh, I don't know what's going on with his contract situation, but I have a feeling they'll get it done. They'll figure something out. You know, it's probably got to do with some kind of wording or something like that, or maybe it's an incentive or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on it because I don't know details about contracts, stuff like that. I'm not one of them dudes. But, you know, hopefully he turns around. I think he's at camp, right?
Yep.
Is he?
I believe so.
I mean, obviously there's something going on there, you know. So, I mean, got to be something that's held up in his contract. Anyways, I like DJ Turner. He's another good dude right there. Jacobi Mayers. I think I think he's our number 1 right now. But I think that we could also, you know, in free agency, maybe go get another veteran. You know, I wouldn't even be opposed to bringing back Ray Cooper at a decent price. You know, we're just somebody in there with a little more experience to help these younger cats out. Like you said, man, we got 4 or 5 guys that are, you know, 1 or 2 year experience. So I think we'll be all right, but I think we'll have some curves along the way when it comes to our receivers.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, the wide receiver room for me is definitely a room that we're looking at on an offense and saying, we need a couple of guys to make a splash. When we look at Dante Thornton Jr. and Trey Tucker, I'm looking at the same type of guy, a speed guy, a burner. Really, I feel like they're in competition with each other. I really feel like they're the same type of guy, except for Dante Thornton Jr. has a lot larger frame. You're talking about a lot bigger guy that can be physical, that can catch the ball. Obviously, separation not a problem for either guy. Both guys are burners. Both guys can take the top off of defense. Both guys can do that. My biggest concern with Dante Thornton Jr. is that he had like an 11% drop rate in college. Okay. I know 11% doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a hell of a lot of balls. At 11%, I mean, like if you think about it, out of every 100 balls, he's dropping 11. Those could be in key situations. Those are the times that you want Jack Besh. Besh has that great catching ability. You know, he might not be that top end burner, but he's almost like a Jacobi Mayers where he's sure handed, possession receiver, big bodied, things like that. I think the biggest difference that is going to come out of there is honestly who is one, more secure with the football when they throw it to them, and two, who is a better blocker? Who is a guy that's willing to go that extra mile to get the running backs the yardage that they need, especially if, you know, we're going with Pete Carroll and his ground and pound style. You know, when I look at Jacobi Mayers, I see a guy that is a solid number 2, a 1A, you know, like for me, is he a true number 1 receiver where you're going to feed the guy the rock? And can you? Absolutely. But is he that type of guy that can take a game over? In my, you know, humble opinion, no. You know, I don't see that happening with him where he could be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take it over. I'm going to take over this game. Throw me the rock and be like Megatron. Just won't happen. My biggest concern in the wide receiver room is our lack of depth and lack of experience. When you're talking about, you know, Jacobi Mayers, experience. Trey Tucker, he's a young cat, inexperienced. Jack Besh, rookie. Dante Thornton Jr., rookie. Tommy Mellett. I don't even know who Tommy Mellett is.
So on that note, right there, Will, like I think the reason why we don't have the depth that we're looking at, you know, and that we kind of what we're kind of hoping for is, you know, we're gonna play a lot with our tight ends too. So I think they have a big factor, and I mean, both tight ends got really great hands. You know what I mean, and they're both good blockers. So I mean, um, like I said, you know, I think that they see a lot of tight end passes. You know, Jacoby Myers gonna be there. We're gonna have Jack Besh those situations. You'll have DJ or Trey Tucker, you know, Dante Thornton and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I have a feeling that those tight ends are gonna play a big part in our role when it comes down to our receivers, which is gonna actually maybe give them a little bit of time to develop because of that. I could see like if we didn't have those tight ends, where you're coming from about, you know, like we're lacking depth, you know, or we need a couple more guys. But I think because of that reason, that's why we don't have the depth that we're talking about.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, one, let's be real. I mean, like we've had so many holes and so many things that we've had to address that the wide receiver position really wasn't at the top of the list to address.
Mm-hmm.
I think one, we're gonna be in a lot of 11 personnel, 21 personnel. You know, one tight end set. If we go into 12 personnel, um, we'll see, you know, Mayers on the run blocking side, and then we'll see Bowers outside, maybe in the slot position. And I'm gonna tell you, this is the main formation that I think we're gonna come out. Okay, you'll see Bowers in the slot, flexed out. I don't see him as an attached tight end. Okay, to be that big guy at the end of the line. Can he do it? Absolutely. But why are you gonna beat this guy up like that? Let him run. Let him be an outside. Let him be almost like a Gronk, right? Um, with him, I could see that unattached, maybe two by one formation, you know, and then you got a split back or, you know, some type of, you
Wing
know,
or something like that.
package like that. You know, a split back formation, maybe a queen set, with your back set, maybe offset eye, something, right? So I think that's going to be our main formation. You'll see us come out a ton out of the gun. Do I think we'll run some from underneath center? Absolutely. But I mean, like, it's going to be a lot of East and West stuff. It's going to be a lot of zone stuff. I mean, like, it's going to be really interesting, man. And I mean, like, we got Genti now. So I'll be like, they'll be feeding that guy a lot. But the wide receiver room for me right now, honestly, like I said, Jacobi Mayers will probably be our number one guy. We'll see Bowers in the slot as a tight end. And we will see right now, in my opinion, if Jack Best doesn't sign here within the next couple of weeks, don't be surprised if Dante Thornton Jr. will be the number 2 receiver. A guy that's big bodied, a lot bigger than Trey Tucker, and Trey Tucker can come in and play in the slot and then make separation that way. But, hey, Matty B, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like, he's got to sign his contract. I mean, you're doing, all you're doing is hurting yourself if you're not. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't know what the contract situation is and what the holdup is. Like I said, it could be some wording for all we know. It could be holding out for more money, but I don't think there's been any kind of anything coming out about that, has there? Just besides he hasn't signed, right?
That's it.
So I
That's
mean,
all I keep hearing.
it's hard to speculate. Like if they get on the same page and they can get this thing turned around, that's better for him because he's going to have that opportunity. I think he's going to have more of an opportunity than Thornton right now. But right now, Thornton's falling out. What I hear, he's making catches. He's running clean routes. He's getting separation. He's doing everything that he's got to do to get his time to play, and that's all you can ask for out of a guy that you draft. So, it's basically next man up mentality when it comes to that situation. So, get your contract signed. Let's go. Let's see. I want to see it, man.
Absolutely.
So Beck kind of reminds me, when you were talking about that earlier, he kind of reminds me a little bit of a Hunter Renfrow with better route running.
He can be that.
He can't, and I think that could be a guy that could come in and be like that third and Renfrow guy. Not saying that he's going to be third and Renfrow, but I'm just saying, like, he's got really good hands, and his hands remind me a lot of Hunter Renfrow. So, I mean,
I can't blame you, brother. I think so. Yo, Raider Nation, what I want you to do is hit like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think about the Raiders wide receiver room. Let us know if you guys think we have enough depth or what we need to do to upgrade any position. But, hey, before we go, what we're going to do is let you guys know that the Black Hole is back at Ricky's in San Leandro, where it all started. We are back. The Cisco Kid will be El Presidente of the East Bay chapter. So he's running it out there. They're going to have a signing July the 12th with Lincoln Kennedy from 1 to 7 p.m. So Raider Nation, stay tuned, stay locked in, because we are going to keep leaking TBH events every single episode. So it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the Raiders.